Tax filing season has begun, and filers might be noticing a smaller refund check. The average refund is more than 8% smaller than just last year.
And that's not the only change this tax season. Joining us now is Robert Baltzall, he of RLB Financial in Oxnard, to share what we need to know about our refund this year. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So if we haven't already filed, the deadline, April 15th.
Yes.
What's the number one thing that we need to know with the new tax law in mind?
Well, there's many things to know, but first, where we just talked about why people are getting less of a tax refund isn't really if they're paying more tax or less tax. It's because they didn't adjust their withholdings on their paycheck at the beginning of 2018. See, with the new Tax Act, not only it changes the way we file our taxes, but it also changed the rate that we pay, but it also changed the withholding tables. So they started withholding less from your paycheck. So I believe it was to get you to start spending more money and get the economy
yes,
rolling.
Because a lot of people count on that, right? Tax return, they look at it as like almost like a windfall that they're going to get. But really, it was a loan and that you're giving to the government, and the government's now giving you more throughout the year. So essentially, you're not really paying more in taxes.
Exactly, and it was designed that hopefully you didn't owe any money, you didn't get any money back at the end of the year, and that's really the ultimate goal. If you want to talk to a financial planner like us, is look, you don't want to give the government an interest-free loan.
Keep the money.
Keep the money.
Sure.
I mean, get some and put it to use for you in retirement, that type of stuff.
So for those people out there who didn't change their withholdings, what should the withholdings be?
Well, they should then go into their employer and change them based on the new chart. In fact, there's a calculator that you can get on the IRS. It's on my website, too, at RLB Financial, that'll help you estimate what your withholding should be.
What else should people know about the new tax code? Let's talk about, we were talking about itemization now, because now that some of that has changed too, right? Yeah,
definitely. What they did was they doubled the standard deduction. So if you're married, the standard deduction was $12,700. Now it's $24,000. If you're single, they doubled it too. But they also got rid of a lot of the itemization that you could do and write off. In fact, what's going to affect us in California the most is the SALT, the state and local taxes. They cap them at $10,000. So anything with the state of California name on it or a local tax, your DMV fees, that type of stuff, you're capped at $10,000 so that you can deduct. That's going to really affect people. And as far as they can itemize interest on their loans, but that's only up to $750,000. Alimony from 2017 on is not going to be deductible. So there's many aspects of the new law that has changed a lot. Most people, 70% of the people, are just going to take the standard deduction.
Yeah, what are you hearing from your clients on this, and is this good or bad?
It's about 50-50, but the dust is settling now. So not everybody has filed yet, and so it's just starting to come. But as far as planning for the future in 2019 and retirement, there's a lot of opportunity there to be had too.
So just in general, what should people be doing throughout the year? You're saying people are going to get more money through the year. How should they be investing their money then? You talked a little bit about 401ks and that sort of thing. People should make sure they're maximizing on those things.
Yeah, definitely. On 2018, there's nothing you can do to change that. But 2019 and on, you can. You can contribute to a 401k or your IRA. You're putting that money in there and paying no tax on it. It's direct off to your income, you're paying no tax. But keep in mind, when you draw that money out in retirement, you're going to be taxed at those tax rates, not the tax rates of today. So it's a great tool, and hopefully you're in a lower tax bracket when you go to retire. But don't forget about the Roth IRA. You pay the tax now, but it grows tax-free till retirement. Even when you pull out that money in retirement, it's tax-free. My favorite F word.
All right.
I have a different favorite F word. Thank you so much, Robert Baltzall.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you for being here. Tax deadline, April 15th.
Yeah, and your website is?
RLBfinancial.com.
RLBfinancial.com. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
We'll be back with top stories.
And show and tell.